Hello, and welcome back to this episode of House of Tremere, episode 19. I hope you're excited to get into what may just be the penultimate episode of House of Tremere, or at the very least, the penultimate before shit immediately hits the fan. So, hopefully, we'll get some time to explore the leftover relationships of our dear Tremere, their feelings and thoughts and stuff before they're all brutally murdered next episode. With that, why don't we jump right in? Let's start off this week with Bob. Why don't you give us your introduction?
Hey everyone, Taking Time Bob here. I normally play the mid-level manager, and I have no idea what the hell my team did last week. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Not gonna be fun. I guess you're just gonna have to talk to the assistant manager. I'll leave it to you to figure out which one
Yep.
that one is. Up next, Emily. Why don't you give us your introduction?
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Kess, the head of security, I guess. And we totally didn't do anything that's going to mess things up. It went fine.
Exactly. Things are fine,
Silky smooth.
mostly. Part of the Things Are Fine Brigade. Ree, why don't you give us your introduction?
Hey everyone, I'm Ree here. I play Maruna, and I survived last episode somehow. Um, let's see if we can survive another night.
That is indeed the question. Speaking of surviving the night, Zach, why don't you give us your introduction?
Sure, I'm Zach, and I also played another fellow survivor of last week. Hasib is the young, too kind-hearted perpetual student, and yeah, narrowly escaping death, and also frenzied quite a bit last session. So he's kind of in a state of shock. We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
And last but certainly not least, Cyberbro, why don't you give us your introduction?
All right. Hello, I'm the Cyberbro. Tonight I'll be reprising my role as Dr. Quentin Quangle, an expert in the flesh and the mind and a good house guest at dinner parties.
Absolutely. The bestest of yes. Uh, and then there is me. Hello, my name is Mark, aka the CatsMeow, and this is my channel. I hope you enjoy your stay here, and I hope you enjoy the adventure you are about to behold. I hope you're ready to experience the madness and bloodthirsty, brutalist nature of the Tremere and kindred kind. But with that, why don't jump right in with a little introduction. We focus in on a radio once more. This time, a car stereo. One that begins to crackle with life once more. Left upon one of the many radio channels that can be found in Angleham. This, specifically a familiar one, are our ears. As we find the familiar crackle of the voice of Caligula. Hello, and welcome back, New Angleham. I hope you've been enjoying your night so far. I can tell you I've at least been trying to enjoy mine. Now, I know for all, it can be kind of difficult. Nights go by, you know? Working hard in the morning, just to find you're completely drained for that rest. Sometimes you find yourself sleeping and not getting quite what you need out of it. Still tired, yawning, perhaps feeling a little like something's been taken from you. Maybe it's your will to live. Maybe it's just the energy for the day. Nonetheless, you gotta enjoy your night. Not sure just how many you'll get left. After all, after the night comes a crazy day. But I'd like to first do a quick announcement and shout out to one of our longtime fans who sent a letter in, well, a few hours ago. This is from, this says Brutus? Anyway, he says, I appreciate your dedication to your craft. Your voice has been a solace in these long nights. I just want to say, Brutus, that you're heard. And I would like to dedicate this next song to you. This is Livin, Vida, Loca by Ricky Martin. Enjoy. I'll see you all once the song is over. With that, we hear the fast beat of the song begin to kick in. Right before blood splatters against the stereo, we hear static begin to cut in as we find ourselves focusing on the scene that just finished. We see Hasib pulling himself from the front seat into the back, trying to force his rage into a productive form, or at least one that won't end in the destruction of his companions and friends. We see the one-eyed figure, one eye ruined, the other filled with hate and death, as the beast pushes him to his extreme, to his limit. It is with that, I would like to ask who would like to lead this week's recap. What happened last week?
I actually remember.
Right then,
A
go
shock
right
to
ahead.
everyone involved. So we had two missions going on at once. We had Hasib and Maruna, which is a lovely duo to send by themselves, going to the school to go get the girl. And we had Quangle and Kess going to Kess's parents' house. Much more benign task. So starting with our dear friends, Maruna and Hasib, they made it to the school. We're kind of snooping around, sneaking around, and we're successfully doing so. We told them to run if there was any danger. They found the dead body of the counselor at the school, and then continued on to go find the girl, even though there was a body. They found her. They also found who had made said body and who had likely been coming for the girl regardless, which was the Sabat. They were chased by various individuals through the grounds of the school. They managed to make it out. Whether or not there was a masquerade breach in there, that's fine. They made it to the car that they had rented. This would be our third car in about as many nights. They started driving away with the girl, and then were attacked by what I have been told is a city gangrel. Likely Sabat, who was attacking the car. Hasib turned into somehow the tank while Maruna drove, and ended up fighting a city gangrel for a decent amount of time, lost an eye, frenzied twice. They had called Kess in the middle of it, who was having a breakdown because nobody told him where they were. And then they dropped the phone. So, so they are now in a car. They've managed to kill the city gangrel with a tree. And they are on their way back to the chantry. Kess and Quango went to Kess's parents, which was all okay and all fine. We met Kess's brother for the first time. until somebody said that they had brought that his mother had invited a friend of hers. And Cass immediately was like, I don't believe that. They said the name started with C. Very quickly knew who that was. And so Caius was in Kessa's house with his family. Cass and Quangle talked to Caius briefly. Caius flexed his powers a little bit in that Quangle touched him and took some aggravated damage. And Cass had his first verbal showdown with Caius and actually stood his ground for about the first time since that had happened. Caius agreed to let them live if Cass got him the blood of all of his companions, but said if he didn't, then he would kill everything that Cass had ever loved or ever cared about. He left the house by saying, "You should check on your father." Cass's father had had a stroke, quote unquote, in his office. So he was sent to the hospital. About then is when the phone call from Hasib and Maruna came in. They were very clearly being attacked and then dropped the phone. So Cass and Quangle are now also making their way back to the chantry because Cass is having a breakdown because he also is asking the Unbowed for a meeting at the same time, and it's a lot of things. So everybody had lots of shenanigans, and we are now all converging on the chantry.
Absolutely. Now, our next scene would naturally be the chantry. Unless, of course, bad things happen during your journey. However, in this case, we're going to focus on a slightly different scene. As we see the large van that the sheriff rented driving off into the... We focus in on a body on the ground. Its head ripped from its neck, and the body beginning to slowly decompose, rot away as time that was kept at bay returned. As the strings of entropy that the kindred curse keeps at bay comes all at once. We then watch as a figure steps into the scene. This is one that we have seen before as one of two Sabat that chasing down Maruna and Hasib. We watch as he stands over the body of his companion, and what had originally been this inhuman, monstrous snarl is almost sullen. There is regret in his eyes. Watch as he leans over, places a hand on the ground where the rotten body... Sorry this happened, Sonny. Don't worry. I'll get your revenge. Those Tremere bastards will pay for what they did. All of them. At which point we see a figure appear at his side, almost as if they stepped out of the shadows. You know he was an idiot, right? A feminine voice cuts through the darkness. The other man scowls at the other figure. He was a good man, loyal to the cause. What do you know about loyalty? You should watch your words, Bruce. But I digress. It's time. Really? Yes. The Iscariot believes that the time is now. We are going to put an end to all of it. All of them. The big figure nods. as we find our camera pulling off into the darkness. We then cut to the chantry, focusing in on the figure who has been homeward bound for either his own reasons due to agreements that are made between clan members. Nonetheless, we focus in on Geordie. What would he have been doing in the past hours?
You know what I think he was preparing, because I have no plan for this, but this popped in my head, and it would be a nice round back to the very first episode. I think he would be preparing what is necessary to use the Bone of Lies
Okay.
for any plans to bring it to Elysium.
All right, then. So a bit of grave digging?
A bit of grave digging, a little bit of I can't remember what exactly, but it's probably going to get him into some trouble for sure. Like,
I believe it has to be the skull from a dead body that is at least a century. Or a decade.
yeah, then he'd have to be yeah, I can look it up real quick, but yes, he would be doing that. Let me just do that. Eternity rituals, lies. At least 200 years old, so definitely a cemetery. Okay. Yeah.
I think in that case, we cut to Geordie in the New Angleham Cemetery.
He's recruited one of the Michael.
Yes. Along with him is Michael, who is watching over him. Would Geordie be the one who uses a shovel, or would he have Michael shoveling for him?
I mean, we know Geordie. Like, I'd like to say that Bob thinks it's a bad idea, but Geordie's not shoveling. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's grown enough to respect Michael enough to not give him the grunt job. I mean, what are mid-level managers if not micromanagers, right? So, yeah.
In that case, we see in the large hands of Michael a regular-sized shovel. Begun shoveling some of the dirt out. Eventually accessing a coffin underneath.
And I think Geordie's on lookout because one of the more recent times he went out, he saw a three-eyed freak with a giant sword that tried to kill him, so...
Roll me a d10. Tell me high or low.
High.
Okay. So you don't see anyone approach. Things are relatively quiet in a night cemetery, or at night. And eventually, we just see a hand sticking out of the grave, holding what looks to be a femur of some sort.
Excellent. He would get more involved now that we're at the point where we're properly grave digging. He would get down there, roll up his sleeves, and help extract the fragment he needs.
All right.
I'm just trying to see if there's a specific type of bone that it requires. I don't think so. Any part of the skeleton will do. There we go. So I think like a finger or something would be more pragmatic, or the bone that's available. Would you say femur? If he can get at the finger easy enough, he would do that because it's more concealable. It's going to be less of a problem.
In that case, you grab one of the finger bones. It has to be a bit that's relatively intact because there's a lot of bone in the finger.
Maybe some kind of knife, or saw, like some kind of hacksaw, something hand saw that he could saw it off with.
That is
Sorry,
easy
Martha,
enough.
but your ring finger belongs to me now.
Yep. So yeah, there is the horrific sound of sinew and bone cracking and tearing as the finger comes free after a bit of sawing.
And yeah, he'd take it, and he probably has like a handkerchief that he brought with him for this. He'd wrap it up in that for now, and bring it back to do the ritual. He'd look at Michael and say, "Good work. Maybe we should just get out of here. We're not going to be sticking around this town anyways."
Very well. Let us go then. Okay. I wanted to do something to pull back and then look at the gravestone. See a name. What would be a good name for it?
Like Eustace or something. Like Eustace.
Giovanni.
I went with Martha.
How about this? It says Martha Richter. And then underneath, beloved wife of Jonah Wilhelm.
Oh, that sounds super familiar.
But yes, we then watch as you return back to the chantry. It's also at this time, you all roll me a d10. Let's see whose power's on the fritz. Oh, wow.
We need Hasib not to be the one on the fritz here. He's the one that's injured.
Nice. Good to know. Right, with that, you all arrive back at the chantry. Together once again.
I like to believe we all like pull in at similar times, and it's like a taxi, like horrifically damaged van with like covered in blood, and then then Shorty.
Also covered in these large claw marks that tear through.
Yeah. Just to pay homage to an amazing show, I think Michael was instructed by Jordy to be in disguise. So when he steps out of the vehicle, he is in a trench coat with a top hat.
Oh my god. So I think Cass hands cash to the taxi guy, just like gestures him off, and then turns towards Maruna and Hasib and just says, "What the hell?"
Maruna would probably be supporting Hasib with like her shoulder. She's also not looking good at all. Like not fucked up in the way that Hasib is, but like just doesn't look good. Kind of pale, extra pale. And then she'll open the car door on the other side. This is Celine. Celine, this is Cass.
Yeah, call my phone and then don't tell me where you are. That's fine. That's great.
Sorry, we tried. We were a little occupied with the Sabat just doing that.
With that, stepping out of the van is a gothy teen. Long dark hair, pale makeup. Looks nervous. Very visibly shaken as well.
Hasib is not reactive to anything. He's kind of just blank face. His general like eye line is off into the distance, but he is covered. He is like covered in blood. He's missing an eye, and it's just like a gory hole where his one eye should be. And yeah, he's covered in blood and just sort of out of it. He hasn't said a word.
Dr. Quangle's gonna run over to Hasib, start to check him out medically. He has those little tiny flashlights. It's just like, nah, putting that into the hole. Like, okay, Hasib, are you with me, bud? You look kind of messed up. Medical attention.
It's his eye. First, if you can do anything, his eye.
I can. Do I have consent to do something about your eye?
Hasib, one of his eyes blinks for a second, and it starts to look around. What are we? We need to get to inside.
Yes, we need to get inside. Come on along, everyone. We need to get inside. Cass, you can yell at Maruna inside. Come on, Hasib. Oh, nice to meet you, Miss Francis. Then he Quangle ushers them.
So
Hi.
whenever Mark, oh sorry,
No,
when
go ahead.
everyone was rolling up, I just wanted to see because Jordy is very bad at being aware, like alert on things, and I botched the roll. So I'm going to say that he didn't even notice that like everyone else was pulling up at the time. He was like, so he pulled up and like everyone saw him, but he didn't see anyone else as he wandered in.
Cass will bring the girl with him inside.
Do you pull her inside? How do you get her to go inside?
Yeah, if you are trying... Maruna's protective over her right now. She's hovering a little bit.
I think he stands there and looks at her. I mean, the goth kid to goth kid. So Kez kind of stands there with his hands in his pockets for a second. So I think you've learned what's out there. Wanna go inside?
I don't know if that'll be any better.
Well, the people chasing you really want you dead, and we would prefer not so.
Make a manipulation and expression or empathy.
Yeah, here 1 second. I'm trying to look at it. So here's the thing. Could I argue? Kess doesn't really care if this girl lives or dies. Could I argue subterfuge? Because he's lying.
I'll allow it.
He doesn't care.
Maruna would also say, he's right. Those people that were after us, the ones that tried to get in the car, that was a close call.
3 successes.
You have presence?
No.
1 don't count. That's 3 successes. Okay. Probably a little safer in there.
Go. And he just like gestures to both of them.
Would very hesitantly step. Not really sure
As his
what
last
she's
one
walking
in.
in.
If Dr. Quangle is like taking Hasib, then yeah, Maruna would kind of be straddling between both like keeping an eye on Celine and keeping an eye on Hasib.
Point of order, I will be taking Hasib to the parlor. He's covered in blood and I don't want that in my library.
Alright. Take Hasib into the parlor.
That's up to Hasib. If you would like help to sign the consent form, then I'll go get a ghoul. Take care of it.
Hasiba is not all there for the moment. The most he says is I need to get onto my I need to see the cameras at the museum.
The cameras at the museum. Okay. We're vampires, so we're not bleeding actively. Would I assume that he's pretty stable the way he is? Like he's not gonna get worse, right?
No,
yeah,
no,
he's not gonna get worse.
Okay. All right, Hasib. First, let's clean you up a little bit, and then we'll go see the problem. Come on. I'll get you an eye patch too.
I think Hasiba he doesn't really nod. He doesn't move to like leave, but he doesn't like nod to affirm me either. He kind of just sits there. It looks like he's a bit dazed.
Yeah. Halfway out the door, Quang will turn around and grab Hasib. Come on. You want to see the cameras? Come. Because where's your computer at?
It's in his room.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go to his room.
Yeah, see, will follow along if he's taken, and going into the room kind of jostles him a bit since it's a more familiar spot, and seeing the computer, he'll hit the power button on the tower and kind of go through the motions of starting it up. Still a bit in a fugue state.
Question: does Hasib have like clothes like of his that he wears like always Crombie chic?
Yeah, he doesn't have. He is not a very fashionable guy. He has about 3 different outfits, all relatively the same: dress shirt, dress pants, dress shoes, all collared, and just 3 variations. And in the closet, his closet is just like 5 of each.
Cool. I guess while Hasib's getting this computer together, I'll lay out a clean clothes for him. I'll stay with you as long as you need me to, but here's some clean clothes. Get yourself together. I'm also going to borrow 1 set of your clothes, just in case I need. I'm sure that's fine. Is that fine, Hasib?
Hasib is staring at the screen. You see his head nod, just barely.
Okay, very good. And Quango puts 1 set of Hasib costume in his. Very good, Hasib. Okay. Keep on keeping on. Very good, Hasib. Thank you.
Hasib, he doesn't really respond. It looks like he's opening up a couple programs and going to look into his buddies, his pals who may be doing an equally dangerous mission right now.
Right then, give me a perception and computers.
Perception and computers. Do I apply my computer aptitude?
Yes, you do. It'll be
All
difficulty
right.
7.
Perception. Do I add aspects to that? Or is that's not really an auspexy thing?
Probably not in the.
All right, I'll just put 7 minus 2 for the merit. So if we don't count 1, then it would be
Rolled a 2 on thing, so 10 and 1. So I think mostly what's
Well,
happening is that you find your Auspex in kind of overdrive because you only have one eye and it's trying to compensate for it. But nonetheless, you manage to look around the programs have up. At first, it just seems like the museum is as it is normally. It's relatively quiet for the night. There's like a couple people that are around. Security guards walking the same path. And then you notice one security guard walk the path before he should. And then you see him do it again. 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 And at some point you begin to realize, oh, this is looped footage. I'm seeing someone is just...
I think for the first time that that night, Hasib has a small little smirk that appears for a moment, and he'll kind of just hang out in here for a bit. I think he needs some time.
Yeah, with that, we cut back to the rest of you. What are you?
Kess is going. So we walked in. I have Maruna and the girl. By this point, Hasib and Quengle are gone out of the room. Have we? So we saw Jordy, and then Jordy just walked in, oblivious of
Yeah.
us. All right, I'm gonna go to Jordy's office. I'm gonna go grab our dear oblivious friend.
Yeah, Jordy's just finishing sort of changing, right? Because he was... Well, I wasn't totally covered in dirt. Michael probably is covered in dirt, but he has slight signs of dirt from the 2 minutes he was in it. And so he's washed his hands off, and now he's kind of changing into his more formal clothes for Elysium. And he's probably just putting on his jacket when Kes shows up. Kes looks beat up.
No, Kess hasn't been in a single fight. He looks
That's
fine.
right. It was Maruna. Maruna was the other one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He looks a bit stricken. I mean, but it's Kess, so who knows? Hi.
You're doing that thing you do when you need to tell me bad news.
Well, yeah, and I also know that you kind of hate me right now, and that kind of makes everything kind of suck a little bit. We have a number of problems.
Go on.
Hasib and Maruna went to go get the girl and were attacked by the Sabat. They seem to have made it back despite another car getting demolished. Hasib is now missing an eye and isn't really talking. We have the girl. Maruna looks in rough shape. Caius was in my house with my family, and hurt my father. And said unless I get all of the blood of all of you, that he's going to kill everything I've ever loved. So this is bad.
Yes, it is. But it sounds like they were successful at the school. And we have all of us still alive, still relatively intact from the sound of it. So the mission goes on.
I shut the door. He just reaches over and shuts the door. I'm gonna need you to try and be compassionate for like 10 minutes. You've just had half your chantry in a battle that almost killed them, and your response is, well, at least they were successful.
Would you prefer I change plans?
See if they're okay before you leave, not just put on a suit and walk out.
Well, I was gonna wait for Dr. Quangle. Is he back?
I hate you so much. What the fuck happened to you? I'm being serious.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, is it you made a pact with a demon part? Sold your soul to the Nosferatu part. Why do you not care all of a sudden? Because you did care when we got into battles and you were strategizing, and now it's okay, fine. Where's Dr. Quangle so we can leave?
It's not that I don't care.
It seems like it.
We have we don't have a lot of time. And if we don't complete what we're going to do, we all die. Guess.
I get that. I really, really do. Elysium's not part of that, if I'm honest. We need the seed and the girl and to do a ritual. So you prioritizing Elysium doesn't strike me as saving us.
It's probably better that we're accounted for when the seed goes missing. So we're not the immediate culprits. But I agree, it's not the important part. It's just part of the plan. And as far as I can tell, as tough as things were, the plan has to stay on course. Nothing has changed, just gotten worse than maybe we expected. Or are you saying that something has changed?
No, we don't have Caius, and Caius will be dead by the time the ritual starts or immediately following it. So,
What do you mean by that?
oh, you're not going to stop me, but you can deal with me after. But I'm
not
done.
trying to stop you, but what do you mean? How? If we could kill Caius now, we would. So
Oh
if you
no, it's
have
fine. I'm good waiting until after the ritual. But I have a untamed gargoyle that would really, really like Caius in the ground or worse. I would really appreciate worse than putting him in the ground. And I have another gargoyle that I think I could encourage to also join in that. So
Michael, yes.
yeah. But that's besides the point right now. There's a ritual we need to finish. I don't know what I wanted from you. I don't. I just thought you should know, I guess.
Right. Well, we have work to do. your matters with family, have you dealt with that the best you can?
No. But it's over now. So, I'll take care of the rest of them, I guess.
Anything we have to do before we leave, we need to account for. If you're gonna do anything that's gonna put you in the line of sight of Caius again, you're gonna need more backup. And if he knows that he can get to you through your family, he won't stop. I wouldn't.
It's... Don't say that. It's too late. What he wants, I won't give. So consider that my show of loyalty, Regent. I'll take care of the rest of it after, but I'll try and help Maruna and Hasib through whatever just happened. But we need more people for the ritual, and we don't have Caius. So.
No, we don't.
No.
He would be my last choice. That makes you feel any better. I would choose any of the other choices over him at this point.
You're a very confusing person.
I'm kindred. I haven't been a person for a very long time.
But you're confusing as a being. Just generally.
He shrugs.
I don't know, Jordy. I'm going to go deal with the aftermath of whatever all of that was. And possibly start ritual preparations.
Right.
So
we're still
fun at
traveling once we have the seed. Right? Get the seed, get in the vehicle, and leave.
I have to rent a different vehicle, but
Mark, that is
yeah.
probably something we would have had to address, right? We talked about getting the painting van or whatever, the utility van. I'm assuming we were able to.
Yeah, the quartermaster was able to get one.
That's right. That's who we assigned it to. All right then.
It's not important. Never mind. Have fun at Elysium, I guess.
Never have, never will, he says as he stuffs something in a handkerchief in his pocket of his jacket. And then nods to Kess and walks out.
Kess will go back to Maruna and the rest of them.
I think in this time, Maruna would have been checking in on Celine mostly. Kind of like, so this is the chantry. This is where we all live. It's not ideal, but can make yourself at home as much as possible. I can show you my room if you want. It's a little less stuffy than the rest.
Okay. Still not quite sure what exactly on.
Let's go upstairs and we can talk. And she would kind of lead her to her room. And kind of just give her the comfiest chair.
Yeah.
And then she would sit down across from her, kind of on the bed.
You watch as she kind of sits in the chair, she almost deflates. If all that nervous energy is suddenly expelled at once.
I know this is a lot, and I can understand where you're probably at because I've been there. Though it was some years ago now, but I remember it like it was yesterday. So, what questions do you have? I'll do my best to answer them.
Why were they after me?
The group that's after you, and I still don't understand it completely, but they're, even among our kind, considered radical. They believe that you are an important figure in a ritual. You, like I said before, you see things, right? You have sight beyond most people. Yeah, no, I was like you. And, I think they tried to come after me too. The person who turned me into what I am now I think he wanted to keep me out of the hands of those fanatics. Thought that this was a way to protect me. They didn't tell me any of that at the time. I'm actually just piecing it together now, having met you and seeing the situation maybe from how he might have saw it a few years ago.
Now,
Good question. Well, none of us here are experts, to be perfectly honest, and among our kind, there are clans. Our clan is called House Tremere, and we've lost recently some power. I'm sure that you can feel that things are changing all around us, that something big's coming. You felt it, right?
I've seen some strange things that didn't quite make sense.
Well,
Feel like everything come to an end.
yeah,
Sometimes
that's
my father, any of it.
I understand the feeling. I'm hoping that we're trying to obtain an item that we can use to conduct a different ritual that hopefully will be able to stop what's going to happen. We're gonna leave this city as soon as we have that item. If you come with us, then I'll promise that I will do my absolute best to protect you. But I'm not going to force you to go anywhere. Do you have any other questions for now?
I mean, a lot, but probably for now. Just trying to
She
piece
nods.
things together.
I understand. Here. And she'll dig through her drawers and pull out a deck of tarot cards that probably one that she not like her main one, but like one of her other ones. And just I don't know if you read, but if you do, I don't know, I find it calming sometimes. If you wanna play around with them. I'm gonna give you a little bit of space. You can hang out here. Just ask for Maruna if you think of anything else that you want to ask me. Otherwise, I'll come check on you in a little bit, okay? And she'll leave her with the tarot cards and leave the room.
All right.
Probably bump into Kess on her way back, I'm assuming.
Assuming at some point you all would come together to discuss plans and who's going to the Elysium and whatnot.
Where's the girl?
She's in my room where she'll be safe for the time being.
Oh. Alone?
Yes.
Mr. Price, send the gargoyle to.
You cut out, sorry.
Dr. Quangle said, assuming we're all together, Dr. Quangle said, Mr. Price, send the gargoyle to the. The girl is much too precious
You
to
cut
me.
out at the
Cut out at the
exact
same
same
point.
part.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
sorry.
gargoyle to nothing.
Mr. Price, please send the gargoyle to the. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only that
I'm
word.
so
You're making
sorry.
it right to that word.
It shouldn't be funny, but it is.
We're
The
hearing send the
room,
gargoyle
room.
to the, and then it cuts out. over it.
No.
Send the gargoyle to the
Every-
room.
Room.
Michael, can you go stand outside the room? And if you hear her trying to leave, don't let her.
Or just, Michael, if she wants to leave, just come get me. Or call to me.
Why don't I help? And he kind of stops Michael, and then he just closes his eyes for a second. This is there. So he's shifted the rooms now, Mark. So if she walks out of Kess's room, she'll walk right into the library where they are.
Oh, that's perfect. Marina's room.
Cameron's room.
When he closes his eyes, Cass immediately looks at him for I know it's not demon stuff, but Cass looks at him like he's looking for demon stuff.
Sensational, everyone. Assuming the quartermaster is present, Regent, we have everyone here with the exception of Hasib, I would assume. Is Hasib here, or is he still in a daze? Foggy
If
water?
we're, I think if we're getting together and he is brought out, he'll be here. He's cleaned himself up. He has a new outfit on, though he does seem like he has some kind of animal's claw that he's like twirling in his hands, just like fumbling with. But he is still quiet.
All parties are present, Regent.
Very good. We have two major things remaining: the seed and the alibi. That means that at least a few of us should be at Elysium. He looks over at Hasib. How bad is Hasib's condition right now, physically?
So mechanically, he has 1 point of aggravated damage, but that aggravated damage has taken away his whole eye socket. It's like mangled. At this point, he's wrapped like a ripped piece of cloth over it. It doesn't look like he's really taken too much care to make it fancy or anything. Just enough to cover the gore.
We need to figure out who will be going to Elysium. As far as I can tell, nothing has happened to suggest that the plans that we set and agreed to have changed. But I need to know that everyone is of the same mindset. Does anyone have any concerns with proceeding with the plans?
Not in terms
Not-
of not in terms of the Elysium or leaving the city.
The Nosferatu are doing what they are needing to do. I seen on the cameras. They will probably bring it here. We will need someone to answer the door.
I'll be here. And with how much we're paying them for it, they should be getting it.
I was hoping to bring Hasib to Elysium, but your current situation is going to bring a lot of questions with it.
Can you heal it all?
Hasib fiddles a bit more with the claw. I can, but I would be hungry if I did. I can't
So,
I can't be hungry. It's not good.
cards on the table if we need to see functional. I may have enough that he can, given we don't have time to actually go and feed.
We do have the ghouls. Now there's the one who usually brings my loafers, George. He has been a little uppity lately. That's an option.
So, you can feed on a ghoul. Or on me to a degree. But I don't think it's wise to leave the chantry now that we have at least one piece of the puzzle.
Can we bring the kind to us? Pizza delivery, perhaps?
I could call my contacts, but I can't guarantee that they'd make it here alive, given what I've been warned.
I mean, if we're feeding, I would like to feed too. You know, the more blood, the better. We're leaving the chantry once we get all of the things. We don't need these ghouls anymore.
What if we can't leave the chantry?
Well, then we'll have to eat them later.
No, I mean, what if we have all of the pieces and then we can't leave the chantry? We have the sabbat breathing down our neck, and they're going to be even more so once we have the seed. I think there's a really good chance that we're going to get cornered.
Then we lock down here and we do the ritual wherever we can.
Yeah, you bring a good point. We can eat the ghouls later. Yes.
We don't. We need 7. 7 casters of the ritual.
Maruna's gonna look at Dr. Klingle. Do you still think that your wife is an option?
Potentially, provided she's still alive. I attempted to call her earlier to inform her I wouldn't be at the museum tonight, and I didn't get a ring. So our enemies may have moved on her.
Caius, I could try and promise him what he wants, but I'm
No
not actually going
Caius.
to. I'm not going to give it to him. I would lie, but he said he doesn't need power because he already has it.
Yes, the insane usually say things like that.
No, he has power. I've been on the receiving end. It's not. I wouldn't advise it.
We shouldn't let him in here once we already have one of the keys to the puzzle. He could betray
He's
us.
Tremere. He can come in here anytime he wants.
I don't believe that's how it works. People can be removed, right? Hasib looks to the regent who controls the whole realm of the chantry.
You know what, Mark? I don't think that's something we've tested in character yet. So I think Jordy would close his eyes and concentrate to see if he has, like, the band powers. Does he have means of removing somebody?
Do you have
Wits
admin
occult.
permissions?
Wits and
What's a cult?
Difficulty 7. Maybe you did it. Maybe you didn't. You tried to, so maybe it worked and...
I did what I can. But he is crafty. So we shouldn't rule out. We shouldn't treat that as safety. Safety
If
comes
you
in the
all-
form of Michael.
If you all give him or agree to give him, at least in face, your blood, he might do it.
Not a chance.
I'm with the regent. I'm not
I'd rather
negotiating.
die.
We need 7 people.
We're leaving the city. We just sire someone, and then we do the ritual and we leave. Or we
What
just
if-
leave.
What if we
What about
can't
the girl?
leave and yeah, the girl.
I could.
What if
ask
she's the
her.
7th?
Well, we need a 7 in addition to a sacrifice
We
and a
don't.
seed.
We don't need.
Yeah.
We don't need her to be the vessel.
Who would be the vessel?
Who's the vessel,
It-
Myrna?
It's possible to do the ritual without a sacrifice. It is possible.
Correction, it's possible to do it without the specific sacrifice. You still need a vessel to house the power.
A question: did we ever find out whether the vessel and it could be did the vessel have to be an additional person to the Tremere doing the ritual?
Don't know.
Okay.
Again, not a no, but certainly not confirmation.
Right.
I think Jordy would say, we've been through this. We have the book as an option, the girl is an option, Caius is an option, and Quangle's wife is an option. Dr. Quangle's wife is missing. As far as I'm aware, that leaves the other three. That also leaves a possibility of the... He pauses. Iscariot. That's another
Right.
option, and I think the second worst. We also
There's
talked
the-
about getting to Dallas.
Yeah.
The most short path to victory is us running to Dallas the second we get the seed. We can go to the chantry there, and they'll figure it out, and we'll just ride their coattails into destiny.
What will we do during the day?
We'll have the girl drive, or one of the ghouls that we don't eat.
I would say the ghouls, not the girl.
Agreed.
The
How
girl's
old
not
is she?
gonna like where this ends. Young.
Jordy asks.
17, 18.
We don't. We don't need to hurt her to do this.
We may not have a choice in the end.
We need to bring her with us, Maruna. She's an
I agree.
option.
We should
Regardless, she's safer away from the Sabbat. So I'm in favor of bringing her with us.
Elysium's closing in on us. Who's going?
I propose that Jordy and I go to Elysium. Mr. Price, you stay here with Hasib and Maruna. As you
Jordy,
are
how bad
responsible-
did you want Hasib there?
In his current condition, I don't think it's wise. It's going
I
to
mean,
prompt more questions.
we can help him heal.
The fact of the matter for my proposal is that in the event that Jordy and I pass on our way to Elysium or back, it doesn't particularly matter. The fact of the matter is this. We cannot allow the girl into the hands of the Sabbat of the Bahari. My recommendation, which honestly my instructions still stand. In the event that Jordy and I don't return from Elysium, Mr. Price, you will silence the girl. We can't let her fall into their hands.
I understand.
Hasib. He looks at Hasib. Are you able to monitor the situation with the seed? Are you better use here?
The cameras, they have a continual loop going for the cameras at the museum. It is smart but it is noticeable to anyone who
What does that
knows
mean?
what they're. Um,
Um,
the Nosferatu are covering their tracks, but if the Sibat have experts, or even the Toreador, they will know something's happening. It's likely the Nosferatu will have people on their heels.
Understood.
And furthermore,
So
if
where
we're
are you
adding-
best? Where are you best positioned?
Hasib kind of struggles for a second. He's been pretty monotone this entire time. I don't know. I could try. I could try to get updates from Geist over the web. I could look into the ritual more, try to learn more about it before we begin.
The only way you're coming is if you're healed. And from the sounds of it, trying to heal you means you stepping onto a partial blood bond with someone, or feeding from one of the ghouls, or limited options for feeding before we go and we're pressed for time. If you want to be there, if you think you'll be of use, then we'll do it. Otherwise, you're better off here.
a point of order. If we're leading individuals here, they must have combat capability. Our prize is here. We can't. We can't.
we have a gargoyle.
Yes, but Hasib has some combat capability. We should leave him here to support the chantry. If anyone's coming, then I would say it would be someone who has more utility in that sense, not someone who can fight.
And you don't want me to go.
Yes, I don't want you to go.
That leaves Maruna.
Myrna might be the only one here that can talk to the girl.
Then we're decided, I guess.
All right.
How much time do we have?
Like none.
I have a ritual, like the mirror ritual, but we would need 2 identical mirrors in about an hour. It would give us a means of getting back here quickly if we needed to. We could put one in the car and put one in the chantry.
Is it something? Is it something that we can do?
You would need to know the ritual.
I don't know where we'd get 2 identical mirrors, and I'm not wild at the idea of you walking through a mirror given how the last time ended.
It would be a last-ditch effort.
Awesome. Mark, out of curiosity, so the chantry is furnished. If we're talking bathrooms, did we bulk furnish our bathroom? Like, do they all look the same? Is there a chance that we can just take a mirror
Oh,
and
absolutely.
they put the exact same
Yeah.
mirror in several? Fantastic. Kess will say, 1 minute, and he'll get up and leave the room, and he's going to come back with the mirrors out of 2 of the bathrooms. We IKEA furnished the.
Yeah. We're one of the angel investors for IKEA.
Tess just hands them to Jordy.
All right then. There's no guarantee with this, but I'm gonna get started on the ritual, and if there's time, then this is a contingency plan. We'll need a ghoul driver.
Point of order: the
Cass?
mirrors need to be silver. For the thing I think you're trying to use, they have to be silver,
Right.
and I don't know if these are.
We'll say they are. Make it
Okay,
easy.
I was like out of character. I was like, I don't know what these are made out of.
It sounds like a Tremere thing to just randomly have silver mirrors for no reason.
It does.
Well,
Like
probably for a
absolute
reason.
silver mirrors.
Yeah.
There are ghouls who can drive. You can take Henry after he is done with a task for me. He is a good driver.
Very good. And Quartermaster, how is the vehicle going?
It's been secured. Everything is ready.
Is it on site? On premises?
Yeah.
Good.
So then the board is set and the pieces are moving. We all have our tasks. Let us conduct them professionally.
And he'll look at Quangle and Jordy. Please don't die. Just don't.
We can't afford to be less than 7. So no one die.
Alright.
We might be the ones going away, but I will note that Quangle and I, outside of car accidents, have had the best luck so far.
Quago's just shaking his head like.
Sometimes it's not my fault, but I just go. He lights a
think
cigarette.
Maruna's just kind of raising an eyebrow at how low the bar is. They've had the best luck.
Yeah, the best luck of a salubri attack in 2 cars.
we get attacked every time we leave the chantry.
But somehow that's the best luck.
We are
It really
not
is, yeah.
Nasib will kind of cut in. Regent, before you go, you should. Well, no, you should tell one of us at the least who are staying where the chest is, the one with the ritual, in case you do not come back.
That's right.
If I don't come back, the only one that will be able to get the chest is the Regent. The new one.
Can you at least tell me where it's hidden so that when we get to that point, we can at least try and find it? Whoever the region is.
The room can only be accessed through the power of the chantry. It's like a
Awesome.
storage room, closet.
Okay. At least I know what I'm looking for.
We'll find it in the liminal spaces.
Okay.
Right.
Well, wish us luck. And
Good luck.
Quangle, do you have one of those cellular phones?
No, I don't trust them.
Here, you can use mine. Hasib helped me get it working.
You think he can figure this out? Jordy has it
Quangle's
like it's a bag of dog poop as he's handing it over to.
Oh my god, you're hopeless.
Quangle will grab it like it is the bag of dog poop. I will try.
Do you need me to explain it to you before you leave?
That would be nice. Thank you.
Test shows answer, hang up. Only two things you need to know. And then he'll give him a piece of paper with our phone numbers on it.
Well,
'Cause
how do you
I have
talk
no-
without word, like without the voice thing? That's important too, right? We would need
You just talk into the phone. Put it to
to
your ear.
exchange the messenger, like AOL Messenger, right? Where you type
Oh,
and then you hit send.
That's less common. Just call.
And do I have to
Texting,
pull
you
out
have
the
to be on the
antenna?
same plan as everybody else. It's a whole thing. Just type in the phone numbers on the list.
And hit send.
Answer, hang up. That's it.
Mm. This is ridiculous.
Hopefully
We're
you
all
won't have
gonna
to
die.
use it.
These things have games on them too. Do you have any games on it?
No,
What
stop.
games do you have?
Yeah,
We
Quangle.
can, if we survive the next
Yeah,
2 days, we can definitely. I'm sure that Hasib would be thrilled to help you play games.
yep, we will get you games. But first, let's live.
Hasib nods, but with just a straight face, just no smile or anything.
Is the wearing
Don't
the
let
eye patch
Jordy
again?
break the phone.
If you gave him an eye patch, he's wearing it.
Yay.
All right then.
With that, those who head to the Elysium head off while the rest of you prepare whatever it is you wish to prepare. I think with that, we're going to do a quick break, and then we will be back with the Elysium. Until then, our lovely audience, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Hello, and welcome back to House of Tremere as we pick up with the next part. That will get out of my where we will be Elysium.
Dr. Quangle has changed into his good loafers. He's excited to go to Elysium.
Ah, yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
fun.
Yeah, and Jordy's been ready. So other than the mirror, the preparation for the mirrors, he's ready to go.
Yep. With that, we watch as you begin to make your way through the city, downtown, across the bridge, and the prince's domain. Within the prince's domain, the Elysium sits. The Black Swan Theatre. As you arrive, you can already see that there are numerous vehicles and such that have already arrived. Numbers of people going to the theatre, some of which you recognize as being members of the kindred community. Others you do not. It seems as if there is a helpful mix of kindred and enough to disguise the entrance of. Nonetheless, begin to make your way inside.
Jordy, I believe we should use your mirror to leave, even if things are going well. For
Leave it in the
sure.
car for now, though.
Definitely. Go back into the car, have the ghoul drive off a couple blocks, and then jump into the mirror.
I'm not sure what we might find in there. We have to remember Quentin, or not your Quentin, how the Regent met his end.
Yes. We also should remember that every time we get into a car, it's destroyed and we're attacked. I'm willing to bet it will happen again.
I haven't ruled that out.
Well, you're the regent. You make the call.
It's a good point. Let's make the call when we get back to the car.
Yes. Decision made under fire. Yes. Military man.
With that, you step
If
in.
it were as simple as, he'll just say one last thing. I'll say, if it was as simple as traveling normally, then it would be a simple decision. But we've never done this. Never walked through one mirror and out another. And the only time we've ever seen anyone do it, they burst into pieces.
A good point.
With that, step into decadent hall. Find yourself stepping through, welcomed in by the others. They seem to recognize while also coordinating on people that nonetheless your way to the main theater that has been rented out, or perhaps booked out. And as you step inside, you can see there are a number of individuals. But there are a few that draw your attention, or perhaps rather demand you. The Primogen Council. Each member is scattered about, but there are a few that you recognize. There is, of course, Father Gregory, who himself kind of stands on the side with a two that seem to be keeping to themselves. However, he does look to you what seems to be a slight nod, but it's hard to tell if that was in your direction or simply an acknowledgement. As
I think
well,
Jordy would just return the nod.
well, we see rotund, well-suited figure of Maximilian Bolton, who specifically would look over to you, Dr. Quang. And this one is certainly a nod in your direction, with a slight smile and a tip of his glass.
Quangle will point to himself and kind of mouth, "Me?" and then wave, chuckling.
You also both would notice a figure you really remember. You remember one night trying to feed, and you were hassled by what you assumed to be a member of Clan Bruja.
Vandal,
Is at which
or
point-
whatever the hell.
Yes. You see the Primogen of the Bruja, Vandal Violence. His large green mohawk, tall. He is not as well dressed as the other individuals, wearing a lot of leather and chains and spikes and spines. He seems to have not, or perhaps chosen to refuse the dress code. assumed to be part of. He himself.
Jody, your friends over there. Sorry, Quingle would nudge Jody. Your friends there.
He looks over
I'm
to
aware.
you all. His eyes narrow. Smile grows on his face. The smile without mirth. You would also see, off to the side, being quite bored, very disinterested, Dr. Wallace Keene, the primogen of the Malkavian, who I don't believe either of you have met.
Another doctor.
You would also see the Assamites off to a corner on their own. They don't seem to have clocked you, or perhaps have purposely. And then, finally, you are approached by a beautiful feminine figure. He's kind of that blonde bob, very much of a different age, but is also kind of timeless in a lot of ways. Very Marilyn Monroe. As she steps forward. Make a intelligence politics. And a diff. Alright. 2 successes. You guys would recognize this lady as Cynthia Mercer, the Toreador Primogen. She makes her way over to you. A soft smile. Both of you can't find it within you to look away. There's something about her just draws your attention. Begins to speak. Well, well, well. It seems the Tremere have deigned themselves to make an appearance. Tell me, where is your primogen?
I'm the regent. The acting regent.
Did not answer my...
I didn't.
I see. Well, I hope you find yourself alright at night.
We're doing well. And yourself?
Yes, quite well. Quite well indeed.
Weather could be better.
Quite. Well, it has been a pleasurable... I hope we will have more opportunities to speak.
I share the sentiment.
Indeed.
With that, she curtsies. Then turns away.
Quagga will look over to Jody. You couldn't have just said I was the primogen, dude. he would say dude.
I would rather have Caius as our seventh, he says as he walks forward. That would mean you're in a position higher than him.
With that, Elysium is yours for the moment. We're still at the point where people are still arriving, getting themselves comfortable. The prince nor the seneschal has made an appearance yet. But the keeper of Elysium would be here as well.
What are they serving to drink?
They are serving wine glasses of blood.
Ooh.
See, there are servants offering.
Okay. Quangle's gonna grab one. Would that mean I get a point of blood if I'm drinking the blood?
It's a point
here?
of blood. Yep.
Hey, let's go.
I think Jordy will very much join you for that.
And though, as you taste it, it is fresh. This is recently poured. You guys would both know that it is customary that Elysium does sometimes offer blood dole, which are just people that have been fed on so. A little out of it.
Jordy would look to Quangle and kind of just in a low voice. Any priorities for you?
I have to speak. Same low voice. I have to speak with Mr. Walton. I have some business there. I can do it after or before the Elysium. I'll leave the choice to you.
Do what you will. I think we're trying to fit in for now, but stay on course. I'm gonna go look for the sheriff.
Toodaloo then, Jordy.
Jordy, roll me a d10. I'll allow.
By the way, because we haven't been in a social scene in a long time, I thought I'd bring up a couple of things. So I have, you said high or low d10. Let me do that first. I will say low this time. Nope. Oh, God, no.
Fine.
Opposite. Yeah. But I have a merit and a flaw that would play out here. Obviously, Lawman's friends, and we've been through that. I have Rising Star. So those that aren't opposed in my sect, so Camarilla, to my ascent, I would have -1 difficulty for social roles. Opposite for Narc. So people that hate my politics would hate me. Yeah. So
It is in this case, find yourself running into the Keeper of Elysium, Isabelle Decret.
do I know what clan she's from?
She is Toreador. Actually, no, this wouldn't be her. This would be Lucille Fontaine. This is the Harpy.
Oh, even better. I think he tries to avoid her, but just the way that people are positioned, he ends up having to turn and face her, and then she's right there. And it's like, Lucille?
Ah, well. And are you? It's been... Well, it's only been a couple nights, but... I wonder how you've been since we last met. You recall that you met at the rave.
Things have been on course. happens that night.
Is that so? On
Indeed. On course. And for you? Is everything going well? Anything interesting happening around the city? Something
there's
the
lots
regent might need to know?
There are lots of interesting around. For example, there's a lot of people asking certain questions. For example, where's the Tremere regent? I noticed you didn't arrive with him.
Indeed.
Care to elaborate?
Not entirely. It's Tremere business. I would hate to suffer my elders, my sires' retribution.
Of course. Make a manipulation set. If 6. Actually, this would be a diff 7 arc.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
Okay. From what you can tell, seems to buy what you're saying. And if she doesn't let you. I see. That is unfortunate that he's going to.
It is unfortunate, indeed. I feel more comfortable when he's around.
What the other permission of this?
I suppose we'll see.
Oh, so here you've got a promote.
Indeed.
Congratulate.
Well, not everything that looks like a blessing is a blessing.
Is that so? Well, suppose not all blessings. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm sure we'll
You
talk.
as well.
And she glides off. There's a moment where, when you ran into her, you saw Helen. All right. But now that you finish your conversation, you gotta look around. Sheriff is not seen.
He just looks up. I'll take another sip of the blood wine and continue to try and navigate the floor.
With that, we'll cut back over to Dr. Quinton Wangle.
Yes. Well, Dr. Quengle will, in due time, not in a rush, but make his way over to one Maximilian Wall when there's an opportune moment for them to speak of business and the vintage of blood we're drinking.
Roll me D10. Tell me high or low.
All right, a D10, high or low. I'm going to say low. And it was high. Hooray!
Make your way over towards Max. But as you do, you realize he's already in a conversation with. And you feel that social pressure on you for a moment. And then you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Quangle will try and position himself like he walking there, going to walk past, and then turn around to speak to the person who tapped him on the shoulder. You know, I should be thanking you. I almost social pa.
They wouldn't fucking want that now. Turn around to face Vandal.
Definitely, we wouldn't want that. Might I say, your mohawk is very spiky and green this evening.
I enjoy making a show. Never come. Be cocky.
And it's interesting. Better than just showing up.
Oh, I plan to do show up. But I digress. So, where the fuck's your primogen?
Oh, not currently present, I'm afraid.
That's
It is unfortunately so. But we've got our regent here. I'm sure he will make an announcement of some kind. This seems to be the question on everyone's lips.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so.
Now, if I had half a mind, assume that primogen fucked off or something.
Do you in fact have half a mind? I'm sorry,
Okay.
that was cheeky of me. That was cheeky of me, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I like it.
I try, these things are dreadfully boring.
You're fucking telling me. As he looks around.
So how are these knights treating you? I would assume you haven't had any more walking about your territory lately.
Gotta keep people honest. Going around in places they're really supposed to.
Definitely. We all can't get into the same clubs, so that's life. No hard feelings.
I'm glad you see it like that. Oh. I'll wish you luck then. Probably gonna need it.
Thank you. Maybe.
It's at which point he won. Seemingly done with the conversation.
Quangle wonders to himself, what does he put in his hair to keep it all spiky like that? Is it mousse?
With that, you then turn around to see that you have a free moment. Mr. Walton seems off in his...
Quentin Quangle, the doctor, would approach.
As you approach and you speak with him, you suddenly hear a commotion. Draws your attention. Similarly, Geordie, as you're just about to find Helen and make your way over to the sheriff, you hear a commotion as well. As you turn around to the stage to see that the seneschal has made an appearance. Louis Brand, the seneschal of New stands at the front and attention of everyone as he begins to speak. Welcome all, O great subjects of your prince. I welcome you to tonight's Elysium, a time for us to bond, to reaffirm our loyalties, agreements. It is on this night, a number of you have asked for the chance to speak with the prince. It is this night that those requests will be granted. With that, I'd like to first speak to the members of Clan Tremere. And he steps in.
Yeah, Jordy will step forward, very skeptical as he kind of looks to the side, hoping that Quangle can be found quickly.
Quangle is making his way there. Hello, how are you? How have you been? Great. How have you? Great. Sensational. Nice jacket. Love your loafers. And he is there.
Make your way over to Senesh. He looks at you both and says, "You have requested to speak with the prince. Know that the prince has humbly granted your request. If you would come with me." He wouldn't say humbly, he would have said merciful.
Yeah. He'll glance over to Quangle.
Mercy is good.
I think Jordy is gonna look for any sort of tell on this guy. Is there any sign that he didn't trust the seneschal the first time for a number of reasons, and I think he doesn't trust him here. Why isn't the prince there? Why are we being called first? We know that our region's missing. We know everyone's talking about it. We also know we put the Nosferatu out on a mission, on our behalf. So I think he's pretty paranoid at this point, and he's just trying to read. He doesn't have Auspex, but he's just looking for any tell on this the seneschal.
All right.
That
This will be perception and empathy. Difficulty 8.
I'm going to do the same. Seems prudent.
one success, or 2 if the botch doesn't count.
Do you have Auspex?
No.
2 successes for both. Neither of you can tell. This is a man that knows how to keep things close to the as would be expected of a venturer.
Yep.
There is a slight nervousness, as if there's something that has him uneasy. But as that, you go away backward. Inside, there is a couch that has been lined up. And sitting on the couch, lounging, is the prince. You see the charming and commanding figure of Prince Wilhelm von Bracht. You also see on a small chair off to the side is a man, Geordie, you would not recognize. Dr. Quangle, make an intelligence politics.
You kind of went out there.
Oh,
I didn't get what you said.
make an intelligence politics.
Okay.
As you see, there is another man in the aside from the prince and the seneschal.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 7.
7. Ooh, heart of the cards. Yep.
One success. That's enough. This is Duke, the Ravnos, who have inquired about. He sits off in the corner with a smug expression. The prince looks to both of you. He has a small smile on his face. Says, "You have requested to speak. Is this correct?"
We were concerned mostly with your disappearance, or your absence. I believe at the time we requested it, it was at the last Elysium, and it was in response to our new guests in town.
I see. Though I'm sure I don't need to inform you. As the prince, I go where I wish, when I wish.
Of course. That is your right.
But you have a question about these new guests that I have permitted entry into my city. You may speak them.
I think we've found our answers. And we don't wish to waste your time, of course.
Good.
You should know that we've encountered some interesting things of late. A three-eyed freak, amongst others.
Interesting.
He looks to Quangle. I think one thing Jordy will say probably in response is just, I'm relieved to know that you are well. There were enough new things happening in the city that I thought perhaps you were compromised.
Your concern is unneeded.
Understood. I'm sure you're aware that the Regent is away. I am acting Regent. and Dr. Quangle has been named acting whip.
Indeed. I have been informed as such.
Very good. Well then, I suppose we shouldn't waste a moment more of your time. Do you have anything for us?
No. Send my regards to your agent. We had a very pleasant conversation. He spoke. I would hope to see him again before the week.
He nods. There's a tugging curiosity at that. When did you last speak to our regent? Sorry, I'm not trying to pull one over on Mark.
No,
I know it's probably hard to.
Trying to see if he falls for it. Oh,
Oh no.
terrible. Oh,
All
he
right,
says,
I think I'm back.
welcome back. He says, his only been 10. He has informed me all of the goings on. Has sought important to inform me.
Good. Well then, Dr. Quengle, if you have no other business, perhaps we should, with the prince permitting, make our exit.
What did I miss while I was indisposed?
Do you want me to explain it, Mark, or do you want to?
No, you can explain it. I think it.
So you heard all the part about them starting to talk about the regent and how we're acting regent and acting whip. Did you catch that?
I did not
Jordy
catch that. No.
Jordy professed that, and he said he was informed of all that. And so Jordy asked him the last time he spoke to our regent. So I asked him, when did he last speak to our regent? And he said just a few nights ago.
After he was dead.
So I think Jordy's just looking to make his exit at this point and trying to keep a straight face.
You guys can make me a perception awareness, difficulty 9.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah, got a 1.
1. Again, too much. You just kind of see Duke smirking smugly as he looks to you, Jordy. And you can kind of once again feel that nervousness coming from the Seneschal. Nothing clicks in them.
What? He's Clan Ravnos. What would I know about Clan Ravnos?
Intelligence occult. Difficulty 8.
Okay. Dude, the dice are not agreeing with me. Okay, well, that's life.
You don't know any. You've maybe vaguely heard about them, and the most you know about them is that they're kind of vagabonds and vagrants, and they're generally best to avoid.
Well, Quengle would say, to answer Jordy's question, No, Regent, I don't have anything else to discuss. I would not like to waste the prince's time, so with his permission, we can leave.
Jordy would bow his head to the prince.
Quangle does the
With
same.
your leave.
You may go.
As they get out towards a crowd, Jordy's gonna keep looking for. He's gonna see if he can find the sheriff.
Making your way down the hall. Drive back and you see the sheriff actually runs into you in the hallway, seemingly making their way to speak. As she looks to you and goes, "Buddy, you're meeting with the prince go."
I've been meaning to find you. Do you have a minute?
Of course.
We'll see if.
There's like a room.
Okay. Do you mind if Dr. Quengle joins us?
If you okay him, you join.
So Jordy will step in the room.
Quangle joins.
Something's happening. I can't make sense of what it is. But I would be careful back there. Here, he reaches in his pocket and he's going to pull out the finger bone in the handkerchief.
This.
If you want ants, if you don't open it right now, it won't help you. You trust me, right? As much as any of us trust anyone.
Shown yourself to at least be loyal. More loyal than them.
I think the prince might be compromised. I don't know how, though. Maybe blood bonded or dominated or... This here will... If anyone holds it, it will help you get an answer, a truth out of them. They'll be compelled to speak it. But, I think we need to be going, and I wouldn't go there alone.
Talk to the Primogen about this. They might have something.
Don't trust the seneschal.
He nods. Or she nods.
He'll look to her and then nod, and then I think he's going to make his exit, kind of look back to Quangle.
Oh, you made a friend, Jordy. How nice.
Fuck off.
Oh! Quangle audibly. Ah!
With that, you begin to make your way out. As you step into the main theater, I need you to roll me perception alertness. This will be difficulty 8.
Ah, yes. Jordy's best dice set.
What did you say the difficulty was?
8.
Man, These high difficulties, I tell you what. Session 19, Mark is not playing any games.
The difficult things to know. Challenging.
Heart of the cards. Okay.
Both of you can hear some sort of motion happening outside. You can hear it through the number going to.
Jordy would try to get a better look.
As you
What's
do
going on out
approach,
there?
rather. Approaching the.
So be clear, we hear that. Where's the commotion coming from? Like outside the building or outside the hallway? we're in?
Outside the door, like essentially you're into the main theater area, and there's like the doors at the back that open up into the main foyer. You hear commotion coming from those doors.
He would stop and look at Quangle. I think we might need to find a different way out of here.
Yes, let's try and be cool about this. You're the regent, I'm the whip. We can't be seen rushing off somewhere. We have appearances to keep up.
Jordy's going to just look for another way. Basically, any other exit or entrance that he's aware of here. It's not the main one.
There would be a stage door at the back. It would certainly draw attention, though, as there are not a lot of people gathered around that area.
Well,
Probably
we
have to
can make
hop
a
the
scene, or
stage.
we can wait to see what happens.
Think about it. We are in the Elysium. They have guards. All of the kindred here are masters of whatever abilities they have. If something's going to happen, we are not going to directly be under threat. So let me just calm ourselves, and we can make our way out, potentially in a better way. Or we can run. You're the regent, and he whispers we're getting out of town soon anyway. So
I think Jordy would just be instinctively nudging backwards and like towards the stage door, but not very fast or anything at this point.
At which point, there is a sound of wood splintering. The doors are forced open. On the other side, you guys see light spill into the rather dimly lit theater, main theater room. And you see that there are a few figures that have begun to step through. As everyone
Question,
kind of
sorry
turns
to-
their attention. What was that?
I was gonna say, if I'm sorry to interrupt you, would we assume that if the wood is splintering in and the doors are exploding open, would we reasonably assume that okay, people are focused that way and so they're not looking at where we're going?
That's probably true, yeah.
Quangle would tap him on the shoulder. Now, fly.
I think you go to tap him on the shoulder and you see that Jordy's already started backing up backwards as the sounds are happening. Yeah.
Quangle's running.
As you guys
Yeah,
turn
back
to
up.
make your exit rather quickly, you feel a rattling. As if the whole building shakes. Pretty sure you just heard an explosion.
Yeah, Jordy's he's gonna run as fast as he can. That's what he's gonna do.
You guys begin running your way. You jump the stage, running away. At this point, a number of individuals are also running in that same direction, but you a big head start as you begin making your way out the stage exit out the back as you step out the back of the theater.
Did we see any of those figures before we ran?
Make
do we
a
recognize
perception.
anyone?
Perception, alertness, standard diff. Actually, difficulty 7.
At the explosion, Quangle would have started running, so he would not have been looking back. It's up to you, Jody. It's up to you.
There's also the sound of gunfire.
I will note that Jordy's terrible at this. So just to
Heart of
set
the
everyone's
cards.
expectation.
See? Moderate success. Heart of the cards.
As you look behind,
3
you
dice.
see there's one big individual holding what looks to be this large, high-powered rifle. He has what looks to be some grenades slung around his shoulder and like a bandolier. And in front of him, on the ground, are people that look to be nicely dressed, but their clothing is torn and covered in blood. You see a couple of them look like they've had their throats torn open. But they seem to be hunched over, almost bestial, as they run into the theater, and you can see fight begins between those kindred that are combat capable and these shovel heads made from the patrons of the theater itself.
Do we go by any of the blood dolls, Mark?
Yeah, there's probably one or two at the back. It will take some time to feed off them, though, if you choose to. Oh,
No,
well,
it won't.
That's true.
He's gonna. This is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be one of the least humane acts we've seen Jordy do. But he's gonna reach out and theft a vitae, and he's not stopping till he's full. He doesn't. This is life or death, and he is not too concerned with human life.
In that
Like,
case, you
it's-
gain
he's
10 points
aged-
of blood.
Okay.
As you just pull the blood from this person until there's nothing but a desiccated corpse left that collapses. The other
Let me just go
person
ahead
there
and
looks
drop
like...
one humanity for that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll test for that.
Okay.
But you see the other person looks to the ground and looks like they'd go to scream, but there's just nothing there. They're so just kind of out of it and drained.
You gonna
Again,
share
these
any of
people-
that, Jordy? Yes, he's right.
Right now.
Path of Blood. You should have known it by now.
I sought other things.
Yes, well. I'm sure they'll come in handy.
To the mirror.
With that, in making your way out into to find your car, you can already see a number of cars are on fire. If they've been firebombed. You can already see that there are a number of kindred that are also making their way to their cars. Some of them, as they're like mid-running, they get gunned down by what look to be some people. Again, high-powered rifles.
Okay.
You can see the people that are armed. They are fangs blaring. This is a giant breach of the Masquerade.
Yes.
And they're just gunning down anyone running, whether they be human or kindred.
Okay. What does it look like for us to get from where we are to like the car?
There's two options. You
If-
can
if-
run as fast as you can, or you can kind of try and sneak over. Not be noticed by these guys.
I don't think we have much of a choice. People are getting gunned down as they try to run.
Yeah. I will say it's
What would
not
be the
affecting the
stealth
kindred as
rolls?
much because they're kindred.
True.
Like it would be stealth and what else? Dexterity.
Dexterity. Dexterity stealth.
Huh. I don't know. I could probably
the mirror,
stealth
then.
it up.
Let's see if we can get back to the car.
Okay.
Alright, you running or you stealthing?
Stealthing.
Alright, dexterity stealth. Then a diff.
Can I can't remember what they call it. Blood boost? Dex?
Yep.
Is it possible?
Can. Blood buff.
If we're
Blood
blood
buff.
buffing, if we're blood, that's just sacrificing one blood point for another die, right?
Yeah, for a dot.
Or
Yeah.
how does that work?
You essentially
Okay,
increase
cool. I'll
your,
do
your
this.
stat by one. for each point.
Okay.
Is it for the scene, Mark?
It's for the scene, yeah.
Or is it?
For the scene.
I'll do the same. So then there's just be a when we have macro in the modifier, it'd just be a 1 right there.
Yes.
We put 1 in there. Okay. Standard diff.
I'm using 2.
Oh.
Cool. All right. Either of you guys have celerity, right?
No.
All right, so botchers don't count. So Dr. Kringle got 0 successes, and Jordy got 3. So Jordy, you're able to like make your way across, ducking beneath as far as you can. For you, Dr. Kringle, as you're kind of sneaking through, there's a part where you get a little too close to one of the cars on fire, and your beast rears up, and you have to kind of stop down to control it. At which point, you hear a gun firing. Feel something hit you. I need you to make a stamina soak roll.
All right. Roll soak. Add stamina. Yes. Fortitude. No, I don't have that. I don't think. Modifier is 0. What's the difficulty?
Standard diff.
Okay. Okay. Marginal success.
All right, you take 1 point of lethal damage.
Okay. Quangle's just gonna start running now.
All right.
I've already got shot. So.
Dexterity
is
or
Jordy?
strength and athletic. Jordy, you're probably already there. You're kind of waiting at the where the van is. Car is.
I think I'll be like, all right, Quangle. Now, and he turns around and he sees Quangle running. Like he wasn't aware of that before, and he's like, shit. I think he's gonna try and. Did you see Henry? And does the vehicle look like it's on fire? Those are probably 2 really important.
Roll me a d10. Tell me high or low.
Oh God.
What am I rolling as far as running?
High.
Dexterity and athletics, or strength and athletics.
Fuck.
Dexterity.
Okay, well, for one, Henry is dead in the front seat.
Damn it,
He's
Henry.
been- you can see he's been like shot in there.
I would apply a wound, right? The wound penalty would apply because I have the one lethal
Yes,
damage.
but I don't think it's high enough for you to actually have a wound. Didn't affect me.
Okay. Standard diff.
Jordy's gonna make a dive for the. If it's not on fire, he's gonna try to get in.
It's not
pull
on fire
Henry aside.
yet.
Yeah. He's gonna try. Like he's too far to not.
One success, you begin to make your way across. You hear one of the people with the guns crawl out and gone, "We got another runner! Another cammy bastard to burn!" With that, you hear this kind of manic laughter as you can kind of see in the distance someone that's kind of jumped up on a car. See, he's currently has what looks to be a Molotov cocktail in his hand. It looks like you've got a bit of distance on him, but he could catch up. With that, I need you to make another deck then. And Jordy, you get into the front seat. Do you like push him or pull the body out? Oh, you're muted.
I'm just pull it right into like the center, because there's no
Okay.
sense in like opening the door or anything again. Like, it's just I don't care if there's a dead body inside for
All right.
triage. He can sit nice and head first,
Yeah,
feet
he's-
dangling up. As Jordy's like he's got 1 foot on Jordy's arm as he gets into the driver's seat.
Question for you. So I've already blood boosted my dex, so I still have that 1 extra
Yes.
die, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna do another one so I can have 2 die rather than 1.
All right. Works.
Okay. No wound. A standard diff.
Yep, standard diff. This time he's coming after you.
And athletics. Heart of the cards. Moderate success. Jesus Christ.
See if this guy can catch up. One success? No, you're able to make your way over to the vehicle and get in.
Yep. Quango just dives in. Second question. For my abilities, does the subject have to be alive, or can it just be flesh?
It could just be flesh. Subject doesn't have to be alive.
Yep. Dive into the back. Let me borrow Henry really quick, and I just pull him in the back seat. Jordy, don't look back here.
He's probably reversing, so he's like, "Well, that's." And I'm like,
Cody, make me a either Dex drive or Wits drive.
Dex it is. Boosted right now.
All right, and Dr. Quango, what are you doing?
Difficulty?
Henry. Standard difficulty.
Okay. So I want to heal my damage. Right, I've been shot, so I want to heal that damage, and then I can consume like his blood, basically, right?
Yeah, you can consume what blood is left. I'd say there's
Okay.
about.
So yeah.
Out for. Oh, there's like 5 points of blood in it.
Okay, I'll take that. Do you need me to roll a flesh crafting roll to heal myself, or?
No, you just spend a point of blood to heal lethal.
Okay. 1 point of
And
blood to
natural
heal
vampire.
lethal. So. Okay, gotcha. Let's see, I've used 2 points of blood, so that should right here, and then I get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I healed, so I take 1 away. Okay. If Jordy looked back, the best description I would have of what it looks like when Quango feeds is that his face blooms open like a flower. An appendage comes from his throat and latches on to Henry's neck. The flaps of skin go rigid and then hook themselves as Quangle consumes this poor man.
Yeah, Dr. Quango very
Yeah,
much
Quang
looks
did-
like a flesh-crafted monster.
Yes.
I'll ask questions later.
Quangle gives Jordy the finger. I got shot. I don't care. He shot me.
With that, with 4 successes, you're able to pull away, and you hear the sound of glass smashing behind you. But the Molotov cocktail does not land on the car.
All right, he's gonna peel out. And if he has a chance, like if it's not in the way, as it goes.
Repeat that last bit.
If it's not out of the way, he will absolutely drive right over one of them as he goes.
I think that works. I think there's like one of them that runs at the car, and he's like, essentially he's like screaming at the car, being like, "Fuck you!" And he just gets slammed by the car and driven over. The horrific sound of flesh
Sabat.
crunching.
Just more Bruja.
With that, we're gonna cut back to Kess and Hasib. Currently back in Chantry. What would the two of you be doing at this time?
Not that. Jesus. I'm horrified. It's fine. I'll sleep fine. Cass was going to research the ritual more to see if the vessel needed to be human. And research more on that specifically to the degree that I can, but he's doing the entire thing sitting directly outside the door of where the girl is. He's sitting on the floor in the hallway outside the door.
What are you using for reference to investigate this?
whatever tomes out of the library that we've been using to try and do it. I know I don't have the scroll itself. So whatever tomes we've been using to get that information.
See, would you given Cass access to the book with no title?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think so. Hasib is. Yeah. Reluctantly, it wouldn't be like a simple answer, like, oh yeah, here, throws the book. There would be a long pause, and it might take him a moment to give up the book. But he's also busy doing things, and he's not actively using the book, so.
In that case, Cass, make me an intelligent occult difficulty 7.
Alrighty. Oh, can we move screens? Because I can't select to roll.
Gosh.
It yelled at me. You said difficulty 7?
Yes, 7.
Heart of the cards. Yeah. I'm good at one thing.
Okay. 5 successes, damn.
Yeah.
As you're reading through it, from what you can tell, the target of the ritual, the vessel, doesn't need to be human. It does need to be something. Well, it doesn't need to be something powerful, but it helps the ritual. Lessens chance of failure. Ultimately, you need something to serve as a vessel that the spirit or whatever it is that is imposed as part of the process, so that it can actually take on the seed and complete the change.
So theoretically, one of the 7 can be the vessel as well.
Theoretically, it might be possible, but it certainly has never been done before. The only example
the
you
vest-
have, because this ritual has only been performed a total of once, and
Single
during
time,
that
very
ritual,
long time ago.
yeah, during that ritual, from what you can seem to glance, is that the original spirit that was placed within the vessel was possibly Tremere, or maybe even a stand-in for Tremere. In either case, one that is implanted in the vessel can be part of the ritual, but whether the actual vessel itself can and not, it's hard to know. You're also pretty sure that the vessel is destroyed as part of the process.
So the vessel is destroyed upon. Okay.
Or rather, the vessel is
Cool.
remade.
Yeah, so he's created effectively a nest of books. I on the floor outside of this room. Sorry, Quangle. Kess had also had a telepathic conversation with the Unbowed that they were supposed to meet up. I don't know when that's supposed to be.
That'll happen at some
We-
point.
Didn't specify.
Yeah.
So he may. Yeah, why not? I can make that link again.
I will also say the book that Hasib has given you that has no name, it's not very helpful.
No, it doesn't want to help me?
No.
Oh, I want to talk to book guy. Okay.
It does. The only thing it says is trust in me, trust in the power of Clan Tremere. No, actually, trust in the power of House Tremere.
He'll look at it and say, I don't even know that you are House Tremere. To be fair.
The book doesn't respond. It's a book.
Yeah. No, I'll stick with researching and whatever Hasib wants to do. He's trying to keep an eye on Hasib, but he has two people that he has to watch.
Hasib's about up and about the chantry for part of this. Part of it was gathering some ghouls to find whatever statues we may have in the chantry and transport them to like the foyer, whatever the main room is, right as you come through the front door to the place, kind of lining them up along the walls. After that, the task he had our ghoul Henry do before Henry drove our fellows to Elysium was make another batch of muffins, because Hasib is going to take them to Salid.
You have to step over Cass in the absolute madness of papers and books that he did not check out. He's just it's the whole like width of the hallway.
Hasib he says as he's carrying a plate of muffins and what seems to be a jug of water. Mortals need to eat and drink. And he like gestures towards the food and water.
Oh, where? And he'll gesture to the door. He's not in front of the door, he's next to it.
Ah, okay. Well, he does that anyway as he kind of like glances over, but he's kind of focused. He's not paying too much of attention, and he'll go inside. Did we leave Michael in here with her, or
No,
is
Michael's in the hallway with me.
Hallway. Okay.
He was outside the door guarding.
Hasib will go in. He'll kind of close the door as he goes in. And we'll take a look around for her. And Maruna's...
She's in the room. Maruna is there, off to the side, doing a reading. Seemingly. Like. But she, Celine would... Are those...
Hasib looks down to the muffins. He almost when he takes a step closer, he kind of flinches for a second as he sees Celine, as if combating a memory. Yes, these are the best muffins in the city. Henry's specialty. There's various kinds, and these are for you.
Oh. Thank you.
And Hasib will take a few slow steps towards her, and it's like obviously slow, as if he's pacing himself, and will hand over the plate.
What's your hunger at?
He's pretty good. He's over, I think he's
You're over half?
2/3. Yeah, he's over
Okay.
half.
It's fine.
He still has, an eye patch on, like it's still the visible. And he sets the jug of water down as well. And he kind of awkwardly stands there for a second and says, finally, I wanted to apologize for what happened. It wasn't what happened tonight wasn't supposed to happen the way it did. We were too late to find and protect you in a simple, less bloody way.
Why? For trying to protect me.
Hasib looks torn. He looks everywhere except at her face for a moment. You are, as I understand it, I'm no good with these fate things. I'm good with books and formulae and rituals. But you are the key to so many things. You and your kind, you're special in some way. If we didn't find you, others would have, and they would have used you in some cases to end existence as we know it. It sounds crazy. I know. I see that look, but it seems to be the truth of it.
So that's why I'm here. To end the world.
Well, not necessarily. That's what they want to use you for. Everything in this world, it can have many purposes. Power is not good or bad or destructive or creative. It's just power, and it's how you use it.
Well, thanks for the muffins, I guess.
And Hasib struggles for a second, then he kind of looks over to Maruna, who's perhaps lost in a vision or some such, and back. He takes another step closer to whisper, I don't think I can protect you here.
Hey.
But I'm going to find a way.
Well, thanks.
Hasib looks like he wants to say more, but he stops himself. Right. Just you're doing well. You'll be fine. And Hasib kind of just nods, more to himself than to her, as he takes a few more strides towards the door, a bit more confident this time, like he's made a decision. He'll give another glance towards Maruna, and seeing her still out of it, will open the door and head out.
Yes,
I have a
Cass?
question. I'm right on the other side of that door. What are the odds that I heard that conversation?
What's your Auspex rating?
Goodness, give me a second. One, and then yeah, I have one in Auspex.
Rolled a 6 on you. Roll me
Middle of the road.
perception alertness. This would be difficulty 9.
Gets to take it down by one for Auspex.
Yep. 8.
Ooh, that's athletics. That was an alertness. Let's not do that.
Athletics,
Perception athletic.
push-ups will
Perception
make you hit.
athletics. What a roll. Heart of the cards for being nosy. I got one,
One success. That's not enough.
which is shocking. It's fine.
This is the magically enchanted chantry. It's specifically warded
Can
against
you-
this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine though how creepy it would be if you left the room? He was like, "Yeah." Yeah, Keth is still taking up far too much space in this hallway.
Hasib seems a bit out of sorts when he leaves the room, a bit in his own head, but he blinks a few times, and it seems like there's a bit more life to him now. Like he's a small smile's back on his face. Researching anything that I can help with?
Researching the ritual. Your book doesn't like me, by the way.
Oh, well, gore tricks can be a little testy from time to time. Have you dropped any of your blood on the pages?
Why would I drop blood on the pages?
Well, our blood can
Have
do many
you
things.
been dropping blood on the pages?
Well, sometimes when you're bleeding and you just so happen to have the book open, you know,
Feeding Gortrick.
I wouldn't say feeding. That is I would say more like
Blood.
trading. Everything has a cost, and we are in dire times.
We need to stop making decisions that have. Everyone's making a lot of decisions that promise a lot of things, and I'm getting a little concerned that we have a lot of promises.
Yes, this is the time to make promises when we are on the edge of oblivion.
No. Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah, see, the sass is like, he smiles, but the sass is there. Like, as he points towards his eye socket that is empty. These are quite the times, but we'll get through this. It's only a matter of time. And wait for the others get back. I'm sure Henry is pulling them back now. How long can Elysium really go? How long can Elysium?
Out of character, I also would have brought the mirror. The mirror would be coming with us wherever. So if it is used, but I don't know. I don't go. I've never gone. But I'm guessing pretty long, just because it's people's political machinations.
Well, they'll be surprised when they get back because Mr. Kabar, the quartermaster, has my single only camera that I am allowed to install ready. It has arrived, so I think I'm going to set it up at the entrance, right outside, like you said.
Outside the
Security
entrance.
master. Right.
I need the Nos to hurry up too.
Yes, I would like to see how the museum is going, but I do not wish to mess with whatever looping they've got going on the security cameras. The Toreadors
Oh, yeah.
could be watching.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mess with anything they're doing, so. And now we wait.
At that point, you hear the sound of an echoing doorknob.
Tess is up on his feet and already going down the stairs.
Yeah, see will follow.
Hasib, as you're
We
following
have to have a
behind,
people.
you look down to see you're holding a book in your hand.
Oh.
And you watch
It
as-
always
as,
scares you, see.
Yeah, as the red text begins to form. I can help you save the girl.
Hasib like slows as he's walking, glancing up as he's following behind Cass and then back towards the book.
It says,
Ow.
"Use this book as the vessel." But before, I more vitae. Each word shows up individually on that. Do so, and I can grant you. We will bring power to the Tremere once more. Trust in power. Trust in the House of Tremere.
Whereas Hasib would usually gawk a little bit at this, he straightens up a little bit. And he kind of just nods as he closes the book slowly and follows along behind Kess.
With that, as you make your way to the front door, we cut away. Back to Geordie and Dr. Quangle as they are driving back to the chantry from the what is now assaulted Elysium.
A massacre. A massacre.
Yeah. Certainly it's going to be in the headlines in the morning. However, as you're driving through the
Quangle.
city, you hear the sounds of sirens, of police cars, ambulances, fire trucks making their way past you. Elysium is.
You know, Jody, this neighborhood is really going downhill, Quangle says as he rearranges his face.
Fuck. Can Jody tell if he needs to go a different way or pull aside perhaps and just let this pass? Because it seems like it's going past where the Elysium is.
Oh no, it's going past you towards the Elysium. So they're on the opposite side of the road.
Hmm. Yeah, Jody will just pull aside a little bit and he says, "You should probably call."
You should probably drive. Why are we stopping?
I'm slowing down. It's the rules of the road.
Oh, I don't drive very often. This beneath me. Quangle gets on the phone and starts to call Kess. Ring ring.
Yes, as you're about to get to the front
Hello?
door, your phone rings.
Hello?
I'm about to. I think the
Hello?
Nas are here. Yes.
This is Dr. Quango.
Yeah, I
Mr.
got
Price.
that. Yes, I got that. What do you want?
Can you hear me? Uh, The Elysium was attacked by shovelheads. It was very bloody, and I was shot. It was unbecoming. They really need to do something about security. Me and Jody are both on the way back. What are you doing?
You hear a
I'm
knock
gonna
at the
look
door
through
again.
the yeah, well, we have to have a peephole. There's no way we don't
Yeah, there's a
at this
peephole.
rate. I while Kess is doing the like shoulder holding phone and then looking through the peephole.
You see a Nosferatu with something under his arm, and he's kind of looking around like that, and then
Oh my god, it's so obvious. I'm getting our package. Give me just a second. And he's going to open the door and just be
Jordy,
like
make
be
a
accepting the
perception
package
alertness.
through the door.
Perception what?
Alertness.
Alertness?
Cass, as you open the door, you see Nosferatu. Finally! Look, here's the thing that you asked for. Look, I've been instructed to let you know we weren't the only ones there. There were other people, and I think this is what they were after.
I figured. We
Look,
gave
I don't
the
know
father
exactly
the
what's
description
going
of
on.
what we needed. So.
Yeah. Well, here it
Things are
is.
going very badly. Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
don't
would
say.
hide.
Look, I'll be honest.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on, and frankly, I don't really want to know. All I could say is you can just take this thing, and you can never talk to us again. There is a loud bang.
Did it explode?
Jordy. No, but you see the Nosferatu? Half of his head is missing. Like it's been blown away. As you see, there are chunks that have scattered across the ground. You see vitae and horrific mutated flesh as he begins to fall to the ground.
Is he decaying dead, or is he still kind of there?
He's still kind of
Hasib
there.
slams the
you
door
guys can
shut
also
as we
make-
pull the thing.
Okay, but you pull him inside.
Yeah, no, pulling
the box,
and then
everything
shoving.
in, and then
As you
slamming
pull
the
him
door.
inside, there is another loud bang as you hear something hit the door. The sound of splintering wood.
Yeah, no, pull the phone up to my ear. They're here. I don't know that you can get in.
We're on the way. We're on the way.
At this point, Jordy,
Wait.
you notice three individuals stepping into the road just up ahead.
Trench
You
coat?
watch. Oh yeah. Well, actually, no. These are like hoods. These are certainly not anachronistic. These are like, the kind of cloaks. And you
Wool
watch
cloak
as
with
they
a-
pull the heads back, and you see a third eye on each of them. And the one in the middle, when his third eye opens, it glows with light.
Unlike the last couple of times that Jordy's done this, he's not going to speed up. He's going to look at Quangle and say, "We're going through the mirror."
Quangle is already pawing at the mirror, like scratching it. Activate the... Damn it, man. Activate the mirror. Activate the mirror. The mirror. Hurry up.
Jordy's gonna just kind of just throw it in, basically slam on the brake, because there's not really a good way to do it. You know what? Actually, He's got some drive. He's gonna throw this into neutral and go off the road or off of the normal course, so it's still rolling and maybe in a wrong direction, which gives us a little bit of time to like not come to a complete stop and try
As
to get away.
as it does, and you go into the back and you begin putting on those final symbols to complete the transition. Just here being called out. Tonight is the reckoning of the Tremere. It is time for you to face the sins of your forefathers. May God have mercy on your soul, for the children of Salot will have none. With that, you finish the last few runes, and you watch as the mirror begins to get that shimmer through, and becomes almost like water texture, as you can kind of barely make it through the other, and see through the other.
Yep. Quangle, right in it. Right in
Yeah,
it.
Jordy's gonna take a deep breath, even though he doesn't have one and doesn't need to. Like he's about to submerge in water, and then he's through, or try to.
Yeah. You both attempt to go through. Jordy, make me an intelligence occult.
All right, it's for the marbles.
What level ritual is it again?
4.
All right, so that's difficulty 7.
You might want to use a willpower.
Willpower, please.
All I can say,
If you have any.
don't fail. Don't
Yeah.
fail.
What am I rolling again?
Intelligence occult. This is ritual.
Okay. I will use the willpower. I don't remember how that works if I put a
It just gives you
modifier
an
in or
order
not.
success. Gives you an order.
Do I have to put it in the roller, or does it happen?
I think there might be a thing where it says you spend willpower and you just click yes.
It gives you the
Okay,
option.
let me try that. 7.
Heart of the cards.
Difficulty
What are
7.
the cards?
Heart of the cards.
What are the cards?
Heart of
Don't
the
become
cards.
pieces. Don't explode into many pieces.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2 successes. What did you roll for the beginning? I think.
You rolled really well.
At the beginning, it was a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
10.
So the 1 does not count, as you manage to force
Okay.
your blood to comply to your demands.
So that'd be 3.
No,
no.
it's still 2 successes.
Okay.
As you push yourself through, it's that kind of odd feeling of like breaking surface tension in water as you kind of flow through. But there's no like moment in between. It's just in one side and out the other. For Kess and Hasib, you just watch as tumbling out of the mirror is Geordie and Dr. Quangle.
I
Quangle
left the
shatters the
mirror
mirror behind him.
upstairs. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, you
So-
appear upstairs.
In a pile of books and papers, and hear Cat yelling and cussing from downstairs.
If we're both through, Quangle will
Yeah.
make sure to smash the mirror in some type of way, like just, or he'd say, "Smash it, Jordy."
Don't. It's only us that can do that.
You don't know that. Smash it. Or do you know that? Do you know that?
Ah, fuck, he just smashes it.
The mirror crashes.
Yeah.
Falls
Yeah.
to pieces.
And he's going to think for a second, and he's going to change this door that's right beside us to the library, so we can
Alright.
step through downstairs.
Well, that, as you step through, instantly you make your way through.
And then out to wherever the noise is.
Yeah. Cass is yelling for Michael.
Yeah, I think
Michael
by this point, Hasib has ran to his room, and he's if he's passed some ghouls, he's told them to suit up. Same with the quartermaster. But Hasib comes out of his room with a long carrying case, so almost like a instrument carrying case, and he brings it out, and it has a little handle that he's holding on to.
Dr. Quango begins to take off his suit jacket. He doesn't want to tear it.
With that, we hear another loud bang as another gunfire shot hits the door of the chantry. It does not go through. From what we see from the outside, it splinters the wood as if it's hit it, but it's like stopped halfway. As the chantry itself
Jordy,
is not actually made out of wood or really any material. Magical.
Jordy, can you lock this place down, please?
I'll see what I can do. He's gonna try to throw out if there's anything that he can do to raise the defenses. He will put us on full defense mode.
Defenses are raised, as are the walls.
We need to do this now.
Yes.
At this point,
Very good.
you all can feel a burning in your lungs. A need to. Time is running out. The ritual that holds together the clan of Tremere, that made them kindred to begin with, is fading and dying. You do not have long. Till you are either returned to human, or you are, well, die in a horribly painful way. Because as you try to breathe and you feel that burning in your lungs, burning doesn't go away. Your muscles begin to ache. With that, we're going to end the session here.
Is the seed the seed? Did the package actually come undone?
You
as
do
they,
have the
like, tumbled
package. You
through?
have the package. You have the-
I was just pulling people through. We did give them an exact description of what we were looking for.
Well,
to
we'll
be
have to
fair.
find out if it's the right one next week.
I'm gonna be really upset if it's not, because there was a life
The
moon
wrong
spent on
one.
that. If not, they're not getting the anything. If
It's a bag of
that
Doritos.
is the case.
It's a bag
If
of
it's-
Doritos.
No, I'm afraid it's the necklace thing. They were like, oh, they wanted the shiny thing. Like, no. We gave you a very specific item. And said, get this.
Alright. Well, with that, I hope our lovely audience has enjoyed our today's session. Thank you to all the raiders from Dork Tales who joined us not long ago. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you'll stick around. Enjoy our content for. This has been House of Tremere, my Oops Old Tremere Chronicle, where we are beginning to dive into what makes the Tremere horrific blood mages and witches and warlocks, and what happens when all that begins to crumble around them. With that, let's do some outros from our peeps. Starting off with Bob, why don't you give us your outro?
Hey everyone, Ticking Time Bob Gaming here. I do a lot of Pendragon over on my stream 3 nights a week on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. You can check that out. It's on Sim World. Just wanted to also note, since Dork Tales is here, my favorite clan is Salubri, so this is very entertaining to me to be on the other side of it. And I'm going to stop there. Yeah.
Very nice. Up next, Emily, why don't you give us your outro?
Emily, I played Keth, and yeah, I'm in one other game on Tuesdays. That's one of Bob's Pendragon games. So definitely check all those out, and check all the other games out that Mark has going or will have going. Because there's so many things, so many things. Yeah, that's what I got. I'm stressed. Yeah.
Fair enough. Up next,
Bad.
Zach, why don't you give us your outro?
Hey, so I played Hasib tonight, and nobody needs to worry. Hasib has this all under control. He'll save everyone because that's how vampire works, and it turns into disaster when you try to save everyone. can't wait to finalize what episode 20 next time. I'm sure
Oh.
the ritual will be fine. It'll be fine. But yes, I also play with Bob in the Pendragon games on Sunday. Check us out there as well. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Be a lot of fun. And last but certainly not least, Cyberbro, give us your outro.
All right, I am Cyberbro. I play Dr. Quentin Quengle. So you can catch me here on Wednesdays or on Tuesdays on Time Bob's channel, where I play in the same game as Emily. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's my outro. Tremere means friendship.
Tremere means friendship. Friendship is magic.
Friendship is magic, dude.
Friendship
Yeah.
is magic.
It's blood sorcery, really, but who's counting?
That's,
I
also,
wanted you to say friendship is magic. Come on.
Also, a big thank you to our other cast member, Ree, who fortunately feeling so had to head off earlier. Ree does some amazing art. She's done art for the channel. All the beautiful pieces of art you see here are done by her. She also helped design the whatchamacallit, the beautiful thing.
Overlay.
Template. Overlay. That's it. Overlay. Tell I'm a professional streamer. But yeah. I hope you all have enjoyed. I am Mark, aka the CatsMeow. This is the CatsMeow Show. This is my channel where I run mostly vampire games. So if you like vampire, why don't you stick around? I have some new series coming up. One being a game about a bunch of newbie vampires trying to adjust to the world and survive in this new existence. I also will be announcing the next clan series. This is just the first part of a series in which I am deep diving into all of the vampire clans and running a chronicle based off of them, their lore, their history, and all kinds of stuff like that. So stick around. Join us for some new series that will be up and running soon enough. I also have a hunter game that will be running soon, set in the Italian Renaissance. So stick around to hear more information about that. Quick shout out. Sorcery Arts. Bree is also on Mortal Rolls,
Mortal
so check them out
Rolls.
as well.
Mhm.
I can't do a shout out to them right now because Twitch is ridiculous like that. Nonetheless, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you'll join us for our season finale next week, as we begin to see whether the House of Tremere will be standing at the end of this, and whether or not they will regain any sorts of power, or if they will face complete destruction and the complete crumbling of every bit of pyramid and magical power they have. With that, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. We are going to raid out. We're going to keep the love going, but we are going cutaway stream. So, yeah, stick around. And good night.